Hey YouTubers, the time in Ontonagon, Michigan has come to an end. It's time to move on. It's just a beautiful place. I hope you like these pictures. It's an app you can use to turn pictures into artwork. And now I'm going to get driving. Hope you like the rambling and the sights as we head south. Alright YouTubers, I said goodbye to the lake. It's time to leave Lake Superior. Got stuff to ramble about because there's always something. And we'll get that started here pretty soon. Vinnie's hiding under the bed. And that's what we have to ramble about. Vincenzo! Okay, we are going to through Baraga. We're going to Van Riper State Park is the plan. Alright, so like I said, we're leaving. No Vinnie yet. And some Vinnie drama today. Somehow, last night I managed to almost freeze a hard gel. It didn't get totally frozen. His insulin, which is not good. So I made some phone calls. The vet said, well, you can give it to him, but it's not as effective. And then I tried to find a vet around here to get more insulin, and that's going to be difficult. So, hi Vin. So I ended up getting a hold of Chewy, which is where I usually get it, because it's cheaper. And I called them as well. Then they ended up, they said, well, they can expedite it. They sent the fax to my vet. I called my vet and said, please answer it as quick as possible. And they also gave me a 10% discount when I called them, which was kind of cool. I was expecting I was going to have to pay more to expedite it, and they give me a discount. So hopefully within a day or two he gets new insulin. It's really tough when you're traveling. I mean, first of all, the whole thing, losing Kiki and all that was really hard. You know, in an area where you don't have your vet, but luckily my friend knows the great vets. But then just dealing with stuff like Vinnie and his diabetes when you're traveling can be really difficult. Nobody could get me in quick. Nobody wanted to do it without seeing him. Even though the same vet where I took Vinnie or took Kiki, they had contacted my vet in the past, and they said I could have done that, which looking back on it, I should have just called my vet and asked them to call, you know, to handle that. But it was going to be a matter of time before I could get there. So we're doing one night in Van Riper State Park. I've always wanted to stay there on Lake Michigamme, and then we'll see what else I got to talk about between now and then. I hope my gas tank gauge is right. It's saying below a half a tank, but I should be able to make it to Baraga and Lance for the cheaper gas there. Alright, so that's all I got for now. Alright, we'll just do a little drive through the downtown area, which, like I said, is always amazes me how much traffic there can be here. Oop, I pulled out in front of that guy a little bit. Not terribly, but a little bit. For some reason, I kind of like this small little downtown up here in Ontonagon. I didn't show you a lot of it this trip, but I have in the past. Oh, Vinnie, I'm so sorry I froze your insulin, brother. Hope you're going to be alright. And I thought about just going to the vet where I took Kiki and getting him his levels checked, an appointment, but that was gonna, you know, you just can't go to a vet anymore just out of the blue, you know, unless it's an emergency like it was with her. They got me in super quick, but it's hard to get appointments.
In 1/4 mile, turn left. Boy, this sure beats a day at the office.
And it is cold. It is cold. It is down in the 50s, I think. I think my phone said 51 at one point. When we got here, it was almost 80. I think that swimming And Lake Superior was the last swimming in Lake Superior that I'll be doing this year. I'm back in Ohio editing this, and my RV fridge is old and it works too good. It's hard to regulate, so I have a new product that I'll be reviewing soon that hopefully will help. There's the IGA. Across the street is Family Dollar, but they built a Dollar General about 2 years ago, I think, and it now appears that they can't support both, so Family Dollar went out of business. So it's a beautiful day. It's cold. It goes quick up here. We might see some good color change. Usually when you get right by the lake, it takes it a little bit longer, but we're going to Baraga. Yeah, there's a little bit of color change, but it's so overcast that it mutes the colors, and I don't have that thing to look through to help the colorblind self I am, and I've already lost train of thought. But it's cold enough that I'm having to keep refilling my airbags because they don't hold air anymore, the air right. When it's nice and hot they seem to, but when it's cold they leak. I just keep filling them up because they're real expensive to change out. It's always pretty up here. I can't believe I've been here since the beginning of June. I can't believe all the stuff that's gone on. Great trip, terrible trip, good trip, just so much for me to process. But the views are good, and I always complain about Vinnie being on my lap, but you're nice and warm now, Vinnie. I appreciate it. We're not going too far, so you shouldn't get too fidgety. I'm sure I'm going to ramble about it more as, you know, on another time as I pass these slow moving trucks, speeding pretty good here, but it has been a very strange and difficult trip at times, and great at other times. Convoy of Class Bs. Her, me, there's another Dodge Ram, a newer one, a ProMaster, and there was another one back there. I don't know if they got by the trucks. Far too many Class Bs. Stop buying Class B. Stop buying campers. It's getting too crowded. Nah. Buy them and get out there and enjoy. I've been looking at, we were on online looking at like a bunch of European vans. Oh my God, they're so much nicer and so much cheaper. You can find something for like 60,000 euros that looks better than anything you pay 200,000 for here. Just so much more creative, so much better use of space. It's insane. We saw another Class B, a Vanna, and we looked it up, and I think they start at 80,000 and then up to like 120,000 after you supply the van. I guess that company just, that's what they charge for finishing them out. Prices are insane here. Alright, right here, if you turn here, you go about half a mile right there on the left. There's a place, I think it's that one. We'll look at the next turn that we're taking, where you can get pretty good, not as good as Ashland, Wisconsin, but pretty good natural spring water. But if you go down that road further, that I didn't make it down that far. We went pretty far, but apparently not far enough. There's an old train trestle that you could drive across over a gorge that is just said to be beautiful, but I wouldn't do it in the van. So maybe one day I'll get back up here with a car. The spring is this intersection, 38 East. And the other Dodge is going, the ProMaster's going by. That was a pleasure way. Alright, or is it this spot? I can't remember. My memory is sometimes really good, sometimes not so great. This is looking familiar. Now I think it's here. There's an old fallen down kind of building. I think it's right here. If you turn left right here. Yep. You go right there. You can see the spring from there. And if you go way further down, there's that train trestle I'm told about. Still lots of campers out here coming up for fall. Yeah, it's starting to look like fall in a Ute. I remember staying up here till Ontonagon closed. I think I was the last day once, next to last day another time. Drove back in the snow. It was snowing pretty good on this road. And they're doing busy. They're talking about, they own a lot more land. They're talking about putting in more sites.
Hot cocoa sure sounds good.
Yeah, hot cocoa would be good. I just got coffee. But apparently I was talking to Tony, who's one of the camp staff guys, and there was one day, and just the amount of time he was there, and he wasn't there all day, that they were full, and they don't do reservations. You can call the day of, and they'll hold you a spot. 47 people got told no because they were full. So it's becoming a tough place to get in, you know. But there's other camping in the close area, so I guess you could go get into one of those places and then call every morning until you can get in. And as I've said, they do kind of a rotation. You sign up if you want to get to lakefront, and as they open up, they go down the list in order to get people lakefront. Beautiful colors. I bring the rain, and I bring a Dodge passing us. I'm doing 64. 150. No, I'm doing the speed limit. Don't tell anybody. Alright, GoPro, stop. Alright, we're almost to Baraga. I get gas at 2 Pines, Tall Pines, something like that. It's usually the cheapest in the area. We looked on Gas Buddy. I think her diesel was $4.08, which is fantastic for her, she said. And it's just a mile or two the wrong direction, then we'll come back. Casino's going to be up here on the left. Our timing for Ontonagon was good. Summer basically over and fall hadn't really started, so 2 sites, no problem. Yep, there's the Ojibwa Casino, and over here on the right at the intersection, you can see it right there. It's a huge lumber yard that I must have got about 10 or 12 pounds. It filled up a whole huge bucket of cat litter, sawdust, to make my fire starters. Yeah, there's a couple campers there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 campers there. This T-junction can be a little tricky to get across. Took quite a while to turn here. GoPro stop recording. I don't know what happened there, but I'm going for diesel, she's going for regular. Oop, pump is broken. Go around. I got the fuel backwards there. Alright, we're gonna get gas. Right, Ben? Go. Alright. More go-go juice. Did the best I could with the windshield. Anise, that's how I thought it was said first time. L''A''N''S''E. Lance. That was $371. This is $360. Just paid $350, so that was worth a little mile and a half or so. Came to $77.77. 22 gallons. 22.16. I still keep a book on the van to see how it's doing. Still getting right about 15 miles a gallon. Alright, that's enough of this. It is pretty here. It's pretty here, something you could say probably most of the UP. Up here on the right is Baraga State Park. It's the oldest state park in the UP, but it is right on this highway. It's very loud. I've never stayed there. I've given you a tour of it, but I suggest the casino's quieter, and the Ojibwa campground, if you want to stay right here, is fantastic, I think. Lance has another one kind of down that peninsula a little bit. We had talked about that, but we're not going there. And yes, I've ridden my bike from the casino all the way up this big hill we're coming to. And I think he's Saint Baraga. There's a statue to him up here and a whole thing you can check out. As we start going up this hill, if the camera shows it on the right, there's like a statue to him. Kind of looks like a spider. It's kind of neat. In the summer times, you'll see people parked right along here swimming. It's a pleasure way. There's wind coming off that bay. Yeah, if you look right up there in about the center of the screen now, I think it looks like a spider. That's the statue to him. Behind me, I'll get on my lane. So we're not going too far. There's a roadside rest with a waterfall she's wanted to see, so hopefully she remembers. I told her about where it was. We'll see if we stop there. It's like a 2-minute walk from the parking lot to the falls. Bishop Baraga. Not Saint, Bishop. Take that turn right there, you can go check it out. Truly, the Yup is beautiful and there's so much to see. Check it out. Oh, we gotta stop. Okay.
Hope we visit some gingerbread houses.
Me too, brother. I'm gonna say GoPro, stop recording. On your left, there's a place called Hilltop right there. It's supposed to have decent pasties. Found out they were brought in, and they make really good cinnamon rolls. I rode the bike all the way up there from the casino to get a cinnamon roll one. No, I think I drove up in the van. I don't think I rode it that far. I did not. I rode the bike to the Baraga thing. To the long ride. That was the old thrift store bike I got for like $10 or something. 10 or 12 bucks. Put thousands of miles on that bike, literally thousands. It's still in my garage. I should probably get rid of that thing. Yep, Canyon Falls. We're gonna check out Canyon Falls. Okay, it's just a short little walk. I'm just gonna take my cell phone. I'm not gonna take the GoPro. Sometimes it's nice to stop along the way. The walk is actually a bit longer than I remember, but not too terrible. You'll see in a second. Hopefully get your insulin in a day or two, brother. Hopefully it gets shipped today. Maybe we'll get it by Saturday. It's Thursday. awesome North Country trail is everywhere, and here it gets you to these falls. Canyon Falls is another example of a place that isn't going to change your life. You're not going to come here and leave a new person, but you're going to be really glad to see it because it's small. You can see it all relatively quickly, and it's really pretty. So right along the highway, a short walk at a rest stop, and you get to see this. So, a suggestion, don't do what I do. Sometimes I'm too busy and I decide not to stop someplace. There's beautiful places that just take a couple minutes along your trip. Stretch your legs and go see it. She went the wrong way. I followed her like a dummy. I do this all the time myself, so nothing to complain about. I will tease her. I was like, where is she? I'll just follow her. Maybe she needs to stop somewhere that I didn't know about. She did not. I got caught behind this guy when we turned around. Pretty late in the day. It's 2 o'clock. I think we should be there by 2:30 or so. Lots of color. Lots of slower traffic. I'm going to say it again. You need to get up here to the UP for fall. It's beautiful. I stayed patient. There's a passing zone coming up. Now this person is speeding up as we get to the passing zone. Like so many people like to do, they drive slow, then they see a passing zone and they speed up. This is minor, but I could do a 2-hour video complaining about terrible drivers out there. Don't let the sun fool you, it's still cold. But I haven't turned my heater on yet. But it's pretty. Some color changes, some reds here and there, even for my eyes. Go. I think we're getting close. Lake Ruth. Lake George. Slow truck up ahead. Speed limit. Can't get too mad. Like exactly the speed limit. I guess since I want to show you some of this.
Sure could go for some sugar plums.
You mind your business, elf boy. I said I guess since I wanted to show you some of this, I might as well talk. I think I'm doing better with the loss of Kiki. It's still not easy, but it's so weird her not being here, you know. And I know from all the comments I've gotten, most everybody has been there and understands, and many people have gone through it very recently like I have, and you know, I feel sadness for your losses too. Oh dude, you need to go. Enjoy the scenery, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the scenery. Put air in the airbag. But it's tough. You become a fixture, you know. I can reach up and touch her ashes, but it's just not the same. And Vinnie's different. I hope he's doing all right. Like I think I said, the vet told me it's okay to give him, it won't hurt him, the insulin that got a little frozen, sorry. I don't know if I put it in my travel thing for a little bit, but it had been in the cooler. And I didn't feel it right away when I put it from the cooler to the freezer pack. And I only had it in the freezer pack for like 30 minutes before I gave him a shot, and I was like, ugh. It wasn't frozen totally solid, but it was frozen. It was gelled up pretty good. Warmed up about 2 minutes in my hands. I might have said all this already. So it'd be awesome if I could get it tomorrow, but hopefully by Saturday it gets here and I can get him on new good stuff. But he should be alright. I'll just watch to see if he starts drinking more water. But he's doing okay. But I know I can sense at times that he's looking around for her and stuff. At my friend's house, when the dog and him could get along, I saw him searching around and pacing. Very different than normal, but it's a newer environment for him, so I don't know. I'm sure he knows she's not here. I don't care what anybody says. I've seen them, I saw them, it was the past tense now. I saw them communicate with each other, non-verbally. I know they knew what each other was thinking. It's really kind of weird, kind of cool, but I'm trying to do better. I'm trying not to make all my videos about that. Craig Lake State Park. But, you know, when you make YouTube videos, you know, even if you're in a niche, you know, like camping, van life, RV stuff, hashtag van life, which enough already, but you talk about that, but then, you know, there's other things that come up and you talk about. So it'll be good again, it'll get normal, but it won't be the same. That's not an apology. I'm going to do my videos my way. Some people like it, and if you don't, I really, really don't care. As long as I do them, I'll do it my way. On your right, it says Michigamme. I've went down that road before, and I think there's some boondocking down a ways in there. I ran across some people that were doing it. I had a place to go. Look at that. That's a big lake. Biggest lake in the UP that is within the UP, and I've stopped at this roadside rest.
This is much nicer than Santa's sleigh.
But it's cold, I want electricity, and I want to plug in. Because I'm spoiled. Again, come up to the UP, you're going to see some stunning beauty no matter what time of year. It is beautiful up here. It's a big, big lake. GoPro. As always, see this with your own eyes. This is it. It's at the far end of the lake. Ben Riper. About 2:30.
Turn right, then keep left.
Again, no reservations. We're going to check in and see if we can get a couple spots. All right, here we go. I think my GoPro's going to die. But we let her pick. We're doing site 31 and 33. Because Vinnie and the doggy can't get along. You don't like the cut of your jib, Vin. Yeah, I never let them pick, but I didn't feel like walking a lot, so. All right. It's a nice one? Yep, okay. We were happy with the site she picked. They were level and they were closest to the lake. Okay, these are close, but not terrible. This will I think this is a pretty big campground. So this will probably not be a, here's every campsite. But I'll do a video showing you. Big shower house. Michigan State Park style. I always like their shower houses. And we're not too far from the lake. I didn't do what I always do, so I'm going to do it now. I'm going to get out and check the site. GoPro stop. All right, that's it. I hope you have a great and wonderful day.